Between these two business models, I make tens of thousands of dollars per month in passive income. And I'm gonna share with you exactly how much I make with both of these different business models, as well as the pros and cons of these two different ways of making money online. And at the end of this video, I'm gonna share with you my recommendation on which one you should do, and the answer is gonna surprise you. And make sure to smash the like button, because in this video, I'm gonna be sharing some personal details I've never talked about before. But let's start with Amazon FBA and the pros. Now, Amazon FBA is one of the best ways of making money online, especially it's one of the best ways of making passive income online. In fact, that's the first pro, is that Amazon FBA is a way for you to make passive income online. And if you don't know, Amazon FBA is a way for you to sell products on Amazon, where you send any products that you want to sell into the Amazon warehouse, and when you get an order on Amazon's gigantic platform, they pick it, pack it, and ship it out for you. And Amazon FBA is a huge opportunity. It's a $1.6 trillion company. It's a giant company. They've spent a lot of money on their website. They've spent a lot of money acquiring customers. And you can basically list your product on their website, which, by the way, in the United States alone, they have 100 million customers. You can list your product on their website, and basically all these different people could potentially buy it from you. And as I've talked about before, e-commerce is growing like crazy. Last year, e-commerce made up around 12% of all retail sales. This year, it's closer to 20%, but there's still a lot of room to grow. 80% of all sales that are made are still made in brick and mortar stores. There's a lot of room to grow, but it's growing rapidly. And right now, 50% of all e-commerce sales are made on Amazon. And why I say this is such a big opportunity is because 2/3 of all sales that happen on Amazon's platform are made by third-party sellers. That's people like you and me selling on Amazon's platform. So needless to say, it's a huge opportunity, and there's a lot of money to be made on this platform. It's also one of the easiest ways that I've ever found to make money online. In fact, within 2 months of launching my first passion product on Amazon, I was doing $30,000 a month, which was a total of $10,000 profit once you subtract all my expenses. So I was making $10,000 per month profit within the first 2 months of launching my product. And that stayed for a long time. I kept making $10,000 or more every month for a long time. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm not saying it's always easy. It's definitely, it takes work to start a business. This is not a get rich quick scheme. You're not gonna become a millionaire overnight, but it's the easiest way I've ever found to start an online business. And it's, in my opinion, the easiest it's ever been to start a legitimate business in the history of the world. Amazon has made it so easy. You don't have to build a website. You don't have to spend a ton of money on marketing, because they've already done that for you. You don't have to convince people to go to your website or convince people to trust your website. People already trust Amazon. So this is one of the easiest ways to actually build a legitimate business. And the cool thing, as I mentioned earlier, is it is relatively passive. Once you get it up and running and you get your listing performing well, all you have to do is send some emails to your manufacturer, ordering more product, get them shipped to the warehouse, and it runs on autopilot. This allows you to create a business machine that basically prints money. And I'm not saying it's always easy. It takes some work to get started, but once it's up and running, it's passive income. Another big pro about starting an Amazon FBA business is if you get sick of it and you don't want to work on it anymore, you can always sell your business. And this is a huge mindset shift. When you have a job and you get sick of your job and you quit, you stop making money as soon as you quit. But with a business, it's an asset that once you decide you don't want to work on it anymore, you can sell it, and you can actually collect 2, 3, 4 years worth of profit in an instant. Now, on the other hand, there's a lot of pros for YouTube, and YouTube is also a really huge opportunity. People are not reading internet websites as much as they used to. Nowadays, when people want information or entertainment, they're relying on videos. And YouTube is a social media platform, but it's also the second largest search engine in the world. Google's the most popular search engine, and then it's YouTube. And the cool thing about this is YouTube has way less competition. There's trillions of websites. There's millions of YouTube channels. So YouTube is a much easier way to get eyeballs on whatever your content is than creating a blog or than a lot of other business models. And another big reason why YouTube is so powerful and such a big opportunity is you can easily set up ad revenue. Now compare that with other social media platforms. It's not as easy to monetize, where YouTube allows you to monetize. And another big thing is it allows you to put links down below in the description and allows you to put links all over the video, which makes it so that if you want your viewers to click on something and actually complete some kind of an action, it's very easy to do. Compare that with Instagram, where you have to go to the person's profile to go to a link, or even podcasts. A lot of people are talking about how big of an opportunity podcasts are, but with a podcast, if you're listening to something and someone says, hey, go click on the link to join my course or to buy my product or whatever, you have to stop listening, you have to open up your phone. It's just not as intuitive. I also think that YouTube is growing really fast, and I think it's relatively future-proof. If you ask kids right now what they want to be when they grow up, a lot of them say a YouTuber. That's amazing. That means that 5, 10, 15 years from now, YouTube probably still gonna be around, especially because a lot of young kids, it looks like it's going to be the future of entertainment in a lot of ways. And another pro for YouTube is it's free to start. Now with Amazon and Amazon FBA, it does take some money. If you wanna start a business, it does take money. Now I do talk about in other videos how you can actually do a Kickstarter and raise all the money that it takes to start your Amazon business. But with YouTube, it's free. All you need is your phone and you can start recording videos. And then as you start making money from YouTube, you can upgrade to nicer cameras. The last pro I have is that it's actually really fun. Once you get the hang of how to make YouTube videos, it's a really fun, creative experience. And for me, it's my form of art. I love making YouTube videos. I enjoy writing the scripts. I enjoy filming the videos themselves. So it's something really enjoyable to do. And here's the truth. I actually make a lot of money from my YouTube channel, and make sure to smash that subscribe button because I'm gonna be sharing in next week's video exactly how much I make from YouTube and all my different income sources. And that's another big pro about YouTube is it allows you multiple income sources. I make some money from ad revenue. I make some money from affiliate commission. An affiliate commission is basically where I share a service that I use personally and I find very valuable, like Shopify, Helium 10, or onlinejobs.ph. And every time someone clicks on my link and signs up for that service, I get a small kickback from the company. And now personally, I only ever share affiliate links for services that I actually use myself and that I actually believe in, but this is a really good way to make money. And then the last source of income I have from YouTube is all my course sales. And this is, for me personally, I do offer a guarantee where as long as people go through and complete the course, I allow them, if they want, to get their entire deposit back. They basically pay whatever they want, but still I make a good amount of money from all three of these income sources. And it's really nice to have multiple streams of income, and YouTube makes that very easy to do. At the end of this video, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to join a free 7-day YouTube challenge where I'm gonna be teaching you step-by-step all my secrets on how to start a YouTube channel. So make sure you stay around till the end for that. But let's get into some of the cons. Now, obviously on this channel, I talk a lot about Amazon FBA and I teach Amazon FBA. That's what my course is all about, is Amazon FBA. But I'm gonna be honest with you, there's a lot of cons, and I'm very open with this kind of stuff because I don't wanna trick anybody into doing something that doesn't make sense for them. On my channel before, I've done other videos where I talk about why Amazon sucks, and yeah, sometimes I hate Amazon. Overall, starting my Amazon FBA business was probably the best thing I've ever done in my life, but there are some cons that I wanna mention. The first con is startup costs. It does cost money to start. I did a video talking about exactly how much it costs to start Amazon, and it depends on your business. I've done videos with Mina. He started his Amazon business for $1,500. Troy started his Amazon business for around $5,000. Michael cost him around $12,000. So it depends on your business, but roughly it's gonna cost around $5,000. Now, as I mentioned, you can always do a Kickstarter or some kind of a crowdfunding campaign to pay for your startup costs, but expect that you're gonna need some money to start on Amazon. Another con of Amazon is cash flow. And this is a complicated topic, but if you want me to do a video about this, leave a comment down below. Basically, you buy inventory and then you start selling the inventory, and you may need to buy more inventory before you've made your money back. And sometimes this can be a little bit complicated, but basically your company can be profitable, but you might need to keep the money in the business so that you can buy more inventory. So it makes it so you can't take a lot of the money out of the business sometimes. And if you want me to do a video about this, as I mentioned, comment down below. Another con with Amazon FBA is there's the potential to lose money. When you're starting a legitimate business, you might lose money, especially if you don't have a good product idea or if you don't execute it properly, you could lose money. Now, I usually think that it's worth it because the amount of experience that you gain, the amount of knowledge that you gain is gonna be worth way more than any kind of money you lose. And most people that I know end up making money or at least breaking even. In fact, every single product I've ever released, even the really bad ones, end up at least breaking even. But this is a big con with Amazon FBA, is that it's a legitimate business that you could potentially lose money. Another big con with Amazon is they could ban you. Now, I think this is overhyped. I haven't heard of that many people that got banned from Amazon, but basically if Amazon thinks you're doing shady things, they can ban your account, they can kick you off the platform, and that would really suck. So this entire business that you're building is in somebody else's sandbox. And if you're building an Amazon business on Amazon's platform and they don't want you on there anymore, there's not a lot you can do. So that's something to keep in mind. Again, I think that this is overblown. I don't know that many people, I don't know if I know anybody personally that's been banned from Amazon and hasn't been able to fix it. Another con that a lot of people talk about is the fees. Amazon does charge a 15% fee just to sell on their platform. Plus they charge other fees for storage and the Amazon FBA pick and pack fee. Now, honestly for me, I'm gonna put this as a con, but I think they deserve that money because they're making it so it's so easy for you to run your business. They spend a lot of money on marketing. And so that 15% selling fee, I think they earn it because if you were to sell on your own website, you'd have to spend money on marketing as well as the Amazon FBA pick and pack fee. I don't want to have to ship my own product, so I think they earn that money, but I'll still put that as a con. Another con that a lot of people talk about is that you can have your product stolen. Another seller could always copy your product. Now, I think if you're selling a passion product, which is what I recommend, the chances of that happening are very, very low. But if you are doing typical private label or wholesale or even retail arbitrage, someone might steal the product that you're selling and they might be able to undercut you on price. So this is another con with Amazon. And the last con that I'm going to talk about is your sales can decrease over time. So as I mentioned, Amazon FBA is a passive income business. And as I mentioned, my first year selling on Amazon, I did about $30,000 in revenue. After all the different fees, I did about $10,000 in profit. And what ended up happening is I worked on my business a little bit for the first few months, but the whole reason I started my business was so I could make passive income and live the life of my dreams. So for the last few years, to be honest with you, I've kind of neglected my business. And what's crazy about this is at one point my sales actually increased. Even though I had stopped working on my business, basically what happened is there was more demand for my product, even though I wasn't doing anything with marketing. And for the last 1 to 2 years, I've done almost nothing for my Amazon business. And to be honest with you, my sales have decreased. Right now, I'm doing closer to around $16,000 in revenue per month and about $5,000 to $6,000 in profit, which to be honest with you, I'm kind of sad about. Obviously, that's not as much money as I was doing before, and that happens. Over time, if you completely neglect your business, sales could decrease. But still, the fact that for the last year or two, I've barely touched my Amazon account and I'm still making $5,000 to $6,000 profit per month off this business, which is more than most people make in their corporate job, and yet I'm putting almost no time and energy into it. I think that's kind of a pro, but it's something to keep in mind. Just because you build a passive income business, if you completely neglect it, it will probably decrease over time. But I have to say, to me, the whole point of starting an Amazon FBA business is to free up your time so you can live the life of your dreams and do whatever you want. And for these last few years, I put a lot of my time and energy into this YouTube channel because Amazon FBA has been completely life-changing for me. It gave me that passive income that allowed me to free up my time and live the life of my dreams. I wanted to be able to help other people do that. And for me, the highest leverage way to do that is with this YouTube channel. So I have spent a lot of my time and energy on this YouTube channel, but there are a lot of cons with YouTube. For instance, one big negative with YouTube is you have to make videos every week. If you're not making videos at least every week or at least every other week, the YouTube algorithm is not gonna favor your videos. So it's not a passive source of income. And this is my biggest complaint with YouTube. People ask me, why do I talk about Amazon FBA? Why do I recommend Amazon FBA if I'm making more money on YouTube? And that's something personal that I haven't shared too much, but I do make more money off YouTube than I do from Amazon FBA. And there's a part of me that doesn't wanna share that. But here's the truth, I've been putting more of my time and energy into YouTube, so it's natural that I make more money doing that. But what makes Amazon FBA so valuable is it gives you freedom. So that's a big con with YouTube, is you do need to constantly put work into it. Another big con with YouTube is you can't sell it. Nobody's gonna buy the Travis Marziani YouTube channel. So I'm gonna constantly need to put work into it. Now, personally for me, I love making videos. As I mentioned, to me, this is like my form of art. And to be honest, I really enjoy seeing the difference I can make in people's lives. People like, Carla, my girlfriend, Ariana, I helped her start her own Amazon business, Troy, Mina, different people I've had on the channel before. When I can see that I help them start a business, that's so much more rewarding for me personally than running my Amazon business. Like sure, if I put all my time and energy into my own Amazon business, I could hugely increase my business and probably even make more money. But at the end of the day, for me, it's more emotionally just rewarding and fulfilling to help other people be able to free themselves from the corporate slavery, the corporate prison, to be able to free up their time and create a passive income business. That's super rewarding for me. And yeah, again, to be honest, I do make more money from it. And I think the reason, and this is a big lesson, you're gonna make more money in life at the thing that you're passionate about doing. And I'm super passionate about it. When I first started Performance Nut Butter, I was super passionate about that. But once I figured out that I could make really good money from this, I felt this deep down desire to like want to spread this message and want to share it. And to be honest, part of the reason why my niche has probably become so competitive and so saturated is because I've done a bunch of videos sharing exactly what my product is. I've got millions of views, and some of those people probably created competing products. So honestly, if I would have put more time and energy into my Amazon business, I probably would be making a lot more. But at the end of the day, it's so much more rewarding and fulfilling for me to do YouTube. But another big con for YouTube is there's not as much of a formula for success. I think personally, I could teach anybody to have success on Amazon FBA, but YouTube, you need a little bit of a personality. Like, you need to be able to interact. You need to be able to enjoy what you're doing. But with Amazon, there's kind of a step-by-step formula. And I honestly believe I could take almost anybody with at least an average level of IQ or better and have them have a successful Amazon business. With YouTube, I've tried to work with some people, and some people don't want to be on camera. Not everybody can do YouTube super well, though I do think a lot more people can do YouTube than think they can. I think it just takes a little bit of practice. And that's another thing, is it takes a little bit of time with YouTube. Again, for me, within 2 months of launching my passion product on Amazon, I was making $300 a day profit. I've been doing YouTube for a very long time, and it took me a long time before I started having success. But drum roll please, what I would recommend out of these two, which one should you do? And here's the honest answer. Do both. I think everybody out there that starts an Amazon FBA business should also create a YouTube channel, documenting it, sharing everything you learn. In fact, I think one thing in our culture we should start doing is, as we learn things, share them. Teach other people. You don't need to be years and years ahead of people to be able to share your experience. I remember this one comment really stuck out. I had a comment on my YouTube channel where someone saw that I was making $10,000 a month profit. I think I showed a video where I made $120,000 my first year selling on Amazon profit. And someone left a comment that said, that's not enough money for you to be able to teach people. They were looking at me and saying, you only made $100,000 profit. That's not enough money to be able to teach people. And I think that's the most crazy mindset. If you can do anything a little bit better than someone else, or if you struggled to find an answer to something and you can share it with other people, I think you have an obligation to do so. So I honestly believe for most people out there, if you're looking for passive income, if you're looking for a way to be able to quit your job and you want to be able to do it in the next 6 months or so, Amazon FBA to me is a no-brainer to do. But here's the second part of that. Start a YouTube channel as well to document the journey. And I have seen there are some people out there that are completely fake gurus that never sold on Amazon, that have launched a YouTube channel where they teach it and they become millionaires from it. And now, to be honest with you, I've been doing e-commerce for over 8 years. I quit my corporate job 8 years ago, and I've been a full-time e-commerce entrepreneur for the last 8 years, like dedicating almost 24/7 to figuring this out. So even though I'm not making as much money from Amazon FBA as I am from YouTube right now, I feel like I've learned so much knowledge, so much experience, and I feel like I owe it to you and other people to share it. And I think the same is true for you. If you, as you're learning things, share every little bit that you learn. And I fully believe these two things are a deadly combo. That's why I taught my girlfriend first to start an Amazon FBA business. And then after she did that, I'm like, hey, start a YouTube channel too. Now she makes more money from her Amazon FBA business than she does from her YouTube, but she enjoys making the YouTube videos and she makes extra income. And if you're looking to do a YouTube channel, I'm gonna be doing a free 7-day YouTube challenge. You can click right here to get on the wait list for it. It's 100% free. There's not gonna be any deposit required. Click right here, join the wait list if you're looking at starting your own YouTube channel. This is a huge opportunity.